guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to share with you how to make some delicious gorditas de papas con chile. So in case you guys don't know how to make this super easy and delicious recipe, just stay tuned and I'll show you how. Okay, so we're going to begin by making our masa for our gorditas. Here I have 4 cups of all-purpose flour. To that we're going to add 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder and salt. For salt, I'm using 2 teaspoons. So with our clean hand, we're just going to mix it together. And now we're going to crumble 6 tablespoons of shortening, or you can use butter or even lard. Okay, so just mix it together with the flour until you have a sand-like consistency. Okay, so once we have that, we're slowly going to be adding hot water, as hot as your hand can handle. Just make sure you don't burn yourself. And just mix it until the flour is well hydrated. And just pour it slowly. Okay, so I use about 1.5 cups of hot water. And now my flour feels very sticky. So now we're just going to knead for 5 minutes or until our dough is nice and soft and it no longer sticks to our hand. Okay, so I'm just going to be using my clean countertop and knead for 5 minutes. Okay, so after 5 minutes, our dough should be nice and soft and no longer should stick to our hand. So at this point, we're going to divide our dough into small balls. So we're gonna make gorditas, so you don't want it to be very big. So just roll it. Okay, so just like that. We're going to place it in foil and cover with plastic wrap. And we're going to repeat the process to the rest of our dough. Okay, so once we have divided all of our dough, we're going to be rubbing our hands with extra shortening and just pat it on the ball of dough. We're going to keep them covered. And now we're just going to allow it to rest for about 20 minutes. Meanwhile, we can make our papas. Okay, for our salsa, we're going to be roasting 4 tomatoes, 1/4 of an onion, and chiles serrano or jalapeños. I'm using 5. So just allow them to get nice and sharp. Okay, so once it's all done, we're going to transfer it to our blender cup. Okay, so once we have everything in our blender cup, now we are ready to make our salsa. To a blender cup, we're also going to add 2 garlic cloves, chicken bouillon, and 1/4 teaspoon of ground cumin. We're going to blend it with 1/2 cup of water. Okay, so just blend. Okay, and once we have our salsa, now we are ready to make our potatoes. Okay, so now we're going to grab our frying pan, set it on medium-high heat, add oil. And just make sure that you add enough to cover the bottom of the pan. And we're just going to allow it to heat up. Okay, so once hot, we're going to add 6 medium-sized potatoes. Make sure that you cut them in small pieces. And I'm just going to season my potatoes with garlic salt, black pepper, and a little bit more salt. Okay, so now we're going to be cooking our potatoes for about 10 minutes. Okay, so after 10 minutes, we're going to be adding 1/2 of a small white onion, along with 3 green peppers. Make sure that you roast them, peel them, and cut them into small strips. So now we're just going to give that a couple more minutes. Make sure that you're moving everything around. Okay, so after a couple minutes, we're going to be adding our salsa. Going to add a little more water to my blender cup. Okay, make sure that you mix everything. And we're going to allow it to come to a simmer. Okay, so once it comes to a simmer, we're going to cover it, reduce the heat to the lowest setting, and allow it to cook for 5 minutes or until the potatoes are nice and soft. All right, so after 5 minutes, our potatoes should be done. So of course, just make sure that you check them. And I'm just going to be topping it with some queso Oaxaca. Of course, it's all optional. And I'm just going to cover it, set them to the side, and just allow the cheese to melt. Meanwhile, we can make our frijoles puercos. Okay, to my pan, I'm going to be adding lard.
So the frijoles puercos, the lard is all optional since we're going to be adding chorizo. The chorizo already has enough oil. Just allow the lard to melt. Okay, once the lard melts, I'm going to be adding 8 ounces of chorizo. Going to break it down. Okay, so once the chorizo is cooked, I'm going to be adding 4 cups of cooked pinto beans. Going to mix it all together. Okay, and along with that, I'm going to be adding sliced jalapeños along with the juice. And some Valentina hot sauce. Just mix it. Since my beans are still hot, I'm going to begin to smash them. Okay, so I'm just going to be smashing everything together. Okay, once they're smashed to our desired consistency, just going to taste it, adjust it if needed. Super delicious. And I'm going to be adding some cheese. And just like that, our frijoles puercos are done. So now we can make our gorditas. Okay, so just make sure that you preheat your comal on medium heat. And now we can get ready for the fun part. On my clean countertop, I'm going to be dusting it with extra flour. We're going to grab our ball of dough, add a little bit more flour, and we're going to be rolling our dough for about 4 times. So 1, 2, 3, and 4, just like that. And you just want it to be a little thick. And now we can get ready to cook. I'm going to place it on our comal, allow that side to cook for about 1 minute. And once you see a lot of bubbles, we're going to flip it over and give it another about 45 seconds or until it puffs. Okay, and once it puffs is done, so we're going to remove it from the comal. And we're going to create a slit. And you want to do this when they're hot, so like that it's easier. And make sure that you get the knife all the way to the bottom. Okay, so just like that, you have your pocket. Alrighty guys, so once we have our gorditas, now we can get ready for the fun part. So we're just going to open it. Going to be adding my beans. Just kind of spread it in there. And make sure that it goes all the way to the bottom. Okay, going to grab my papas and stuff the gordita. Just like that. And of course, you can top it with some queso fresco, but now we can get ready to enjoy. Alrighty guys, and now for the best part, the taste test. Let me tell you guys that these gorditas are seriously one of my favorites, and it brings back so much memories from my childhood. My mom will literally make us this every weekend, so I hope you give them a try and enjoy them just as much. This is honestly super simple, yet very delicious. So cheers and enjoy. So delicious, seriously. It's so flavorful. The beans, the potatoes, everything is just perfect. Now it is spicy. I use 5 serranos, so it is on the spicy side, but of course you can always control that, at least if you don't want it to be very spicy. Alrighty guys, and there you have it, how to make some delicious gorditas de papa con chile. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video, and if you did, please don't forget to give me a big thumbs up, share with your friends and family, and if you regret this recipe, please don't forget to tag me in any of my social medias. And if you're new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button so you guys can be part of our family. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on my next video. Bye.